Good morning, and welcome all. We are joined here today by the Mayor of the City of New York, members of the Adams administration, the leadership team of the NYPD, our very, very important community colleagues and partners, and many members of the elected officials. And we certainly want to thank all of them for joining us here today for this very important announcement. Thank you. The mayor has said often and consistently about the importance of public safety and what it means to this city. He has said it when he was running. He said it when he was a nominee. He certainly has said it and committed while he was the mayor of New York City. And that's what makes this announcement today so very critically and important. And with that, I will turn it over to the mayor of the city of New York, Mayor Eric Adams.
You know, when I look back and I reflect on my time as being mayor of this great city, this is going to be probably one of the most significant and emotional moments for me of bringing forward a person that is representative of this blue-collar city. And I think about Eddie's mother and his dad, who was a transit cop when I was a transit cop.
You already know.
Leading the Hispanic Society, fighting for representation, fighting for equality, fighting. And I think about Freddie Ferrer, who's here in the office. I think about Congressman Espaillat, first Dominican to be a congressman from the city, coming here not understanding English, just sitting in the classroom and understanding that this is the land of opportunity. I think about Eric Gonzalez, the first Hispanic to become a district attorney in the largest county in Queens. Ani Segura, Ruben Diaz, Jr. and Sr. I think about what this moment means, living out the promise that I made when I ran for office. I think about Sheena Wright, the first African-American to be the first deputy mayor. Think about Maria Torres Springer, the first Filipino-American to be deputy mayor. I think about Mira Joshi, the first Indian-American to be deputy mayor. Commissioner Kim, first Korean-American. I think about Laura Kavanaugh, the first woman to head the fire department. I think about Melina, the first Hispanic to run the Department of Correction, and in spite of what people are tempted to say, he's doing a goddamn good job. I think about every mother who's right now is cleaning someone's office, cleaning someone's home, who's cleaning the streets, and hoping one day that this dyslexic child that they have can grow up to be the mayor of the city of New York. And one day, this young man of Puerto Rican ancestry can go from watching his dad be a transit cop to being the top cop in the city of New York. And sometime, Anna, when I appointed you to be the first Dominican and to be deputy mayor, and you look around this city and who we are, Assemblywoman Raj Kumar, the first Indian American to be an Assemblywoman This is what Ingrid and I talked about many years ago when we started this journey. We cannot do it alone. If I'm the only person of color, of diversity in the room, then it's not the right room. This is an amazing moment for not only the Spanish-speaking community, this is an amazing moment for our entire city and country of what we are doing. And when we appointed Keyshawn Sue to be the first woman to be the police commissioner in the city of New York, we started on a journey when the police department was moving in the wrong direction in the area of law enforcement. Morale was down. Police officers was not being paid the wages they deserved. We were placing them on the front line. We started the year losing 2 young people, Moore and Rivera. And no matter what our officers did, we treated them with a level of disrespect. We wanted them to be on the front line, but we were not there for them when they were on that front line. January 1st, 2022, when I took oath of office, I was very clear in one message: I got your back. Yes. And I'm going to make sure that you will have what you need to provide for your family as we provided for the city. And what happened in response? Everyone states that one of the most significant moments in our history around public safety was during the years of Giuliani in his last year, how low crime was. Well, let me tell you about what Keyshawn and this commissioner did. We're 20% lower in crime in this city than under his administration in his years. We turned around this city. Shootings are down. Homicides are down. The 7 major violent crimes are down. And we're doing it with the level of respect and dignity that people deserve without being abusive. We know public safety and justice go hand in hand, and we're doing it the right way. And many of you slept well in May and in June, going into July. You know why? Because you didn't hear fireworks going on like this was Iraq in 19 and 20 and 20 and 21 when the city was being disrupted. You don't see the 3-wheel motorcycles going up and down our roads. You don't see the uncertainty. Unlike other cities, you don't see encampments block after block after block. You don't see it on our subway system. You're seeing a city that's not coming back. You're seeing a city that's back. And part of the partnership of the return of the greatness of this city is due to the partnership with Keyshawn Sue and our incoming Police Commissioner, Edward Caban. We knew we knew we had to get it right. We knew we had to appoint the right person. And I saw in Eddie long ago the possibilities. I knew that there was something special about Edward Caban. I watched him, his discipline, his attitude, the diversity of the people who constantly told me what he meant to them. Remember when he watching as we went throughout the AAPI community, they talked about Edward Caban. The Dominican community, Edward Caban, African-American community, Italian community, the Irish community. All I kept hearing was Edward Caban, that he was the right person to be the first deputy commissioner and to ascend to the position of being the police commissioner of the city of New York.
Yes, yes, yes.
He is instrumental in the department's efforts getting crime down over the last 18 months. 18 months. You watched the turnaround in this city. Probably one of the greatest stories of a city coming back from a pandemic to violence to uncertainties to jobs, insecurity. You're watching the recovery right before our eyes. He's the right choice for right now. Edward began his career with New York City Police Department as a police officer in 1991, patrolling the streets of the South Bronx at this precinct. And as I stated, this was in his blood. His dad being a former transit cop, Juan Caban, who served as the president of the Transit Police Hispanic Society, fighting for diversity every day to improve the ranks. Little did he know one of the improvements he was going to make is to allow his son to become a police officer and now become the top police officer in the most important city on the globe. He was promoted to deputy inspector in 2008 and served as the adjunct of Patrol Brooklyn North, where he oversaw many public safety programs and was promoted to inspector in 2015. 2022, he became the New York City Police Department's first deputy commissioner and was designated the acting police commissioner just a few weeks ago. Serving with bravery and distinction, commitment and dedication, staying ready. I remember my conversation with Commissioner Keyshawn and stating, I'm looking towards Eddie to be the next commissioner, and she simply said, he's ready. He's ready. And this is a hard job. It's a difficult job. You know, today you're applauded. Love affair only lasts a few days. But you would be on the grind and you would do your job because this is what you do. You continue to support our officers, continue to build the morale that is needed for someone to put on that bulletproof vest and into the streets and deal with the harm. You continue to lead the charge to protecting our innocence as those small number of people continue to prey on the innocent people of this city. We are telling them that won't continue in the city of New York. You have been successful in initiatives and partnership to get the ghost cars off our street, illegal scooters and ATVs, guns, thousands of guns removed off our streets, and those hardened criminals partnering with the district attorneys that have allowed us to continue to make our city a safe city. Our summer safety plan is already showing strong results. Major crimes are down in all 68 enforcement zones because of your leadership. Commissioner Caban has had a strong hand in this historic achievement and will continue this legacy of success going forward, bringing crime down, continuing our progress on reducing transit crime and car thefts, enhancing the department's focus on quality of life issues like retail theft, and above all, supporting our officers and doing everything in their power to keep our city safe and our men and women safe. I cannot thank Commissioner Sewell for her service in the 18 months of turning around this city. And so, yes, he has a tough act to follow, but he will bring his own act and scene to continue the legacy of this great agency. Commissioner Caban is truly one of New York's finest, a leader who understands the importance of both safety and justice. I'm proud of this moment. I'm proud for the men and women of the Puerto Rican community, the Hispanic community. I'm proud for the people of the city of New York. I'm proud for everyone who started their day knowing how important public safety is to our city. This is a historical moment that we are continuing to see over and over again. So as the mayor of the city of New York, I'm proud to appoint Edward Caban to be the next police commissioner of the New York City Police Department. Can you raise your right hand? I, and say your name.
Edward Caban.
Do hereby pledge and declare.
Do hereby pledge and declare.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the position of Police Commissioner
of the position of Police Commissioner
in the New York City Police Department
in the New York City Police Department
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I love you too. No, what? I just want to stay right here for 1 second and just soak it all in. Because I want everyone to see what I see when I look out there. So thank you, Mr. Mayor. I am humbled to be on your team, to have your trust and support, and to lead the greatest police department on the globe. And I want to say thank you to my fellow New Yorkers for having your faith in me.
Yes.
I want to begin by giving thanks to God for this incredible day. Because with God, all things are possible.
Yes.
So my journey with the NYPD began over 32 years ago. A young Puerto Rican kid from Parkchester, standing on a footpost in the South Bronx, just like thousands who came before me and thousands who have come after me. In those days, the top bosses of the police department didn't really look like me. Police Officer Eddie Caban could not walk into the 4-0 precinct, look up at the leadership photos hanging on the wall, and envision his future.
Right.
Fortunately for me, I had a mentor who pushed me. A first-grade detective with tremendous experience. He could spot a pickpocket from across the train platform. But he was also an advocate for those facing barriers in their careers. Many called him Detective Caban, but I was blessed to call him Dad. He told me, take the test, son. Promotions will earn you a seat at the table. I'm blessed that my dad is still with us and can see the impact of his guidance come full circle. Now, many know that my dad was a detective in the New York City Transit Police Department. But what is less known is that my mom held the rank of general in the Caban household. With 5 boys to look after, she spoke softly, but kept us all in line and out of trouble. Without my parents or my siblings, I simply would not be here today. Sharing a spouse or a parent with this job is not easy. It requires patience and tremendous compromise at times. My wife, Lady, and my kids, Eddie and Ava, have always stood by my side throughout my career, and I'm forever grateful to them for their love and support. The NYPD is the most consequential police department in all of law enforcement. Its storied history is a living legacy of valor, bravery, and sacrifice. Of ordinary New Yorkers who did extraordinary things. Across my 3 decades of experience, I have seen those qualities up close, from simple acts of kindness to uncompromising examples of bravery. When a person in need rings the bell, you can always count on the NYPD to answer the call. They say when you join the NYPD, you get a seat to the greatest show on earth. And in many ways, that's true. But what you also get to see up close are the remarkable men and women who put it all on the line day in and day out. To all the uniformed and civilian members of the NYPD, to lead such a distinguished group of people is the honor and privilege of a lifetime. It is a daily inspiration that will help shape my purpose as your commissioner. And as I embark on this new journey, I'm acutely aware of the shoes I must fill. The 45th Police Commissioner of the City of New York will forever hold a place in the history books of the NYPD. Commissioner Sewell smashed the glass ceiling that lingered on for far too long. And she did so with grace, confidence, and honor. In her time as police commissioner, she brought down crime, and we are standing on that great foundation. Together, we will build upon our successes and continue to drive down crime and improve the quality of life in our communities. And even with all her professional accomplishments, I will always be more grateful that I got to know the person more than the title. Thank you, Keyshawn, for your friendship, service, and devotion to the men and women in blue.
All right.
Now, it's not lost on me that today's announcement is also a first. Given how many great leaders of Hispanic descent have come before me in the NYPD, to be the first Hispanic police commissioner is an honor of the highest measure. I spoke earlier of a young officer command in the 4-row precinct, looking up at the wall and wondering whether he belonged. Today, I hope there is a young man, a college student, or a military veteran who hears about my new assignment today and it sparks the question, what if?
Yes.
To them, I say, the NYPD wants you, the NYPD needs you, and your commissioner has plenty for you to do. So come join us. And as the mayor likes to say, let's get stuff done. Once again, thank you, Mr. Mayor, and may God bless the NYPD.
Don't leave your shield. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. You are become, no heckling. We have more work to do. We have more work to do. I am really excited as we continue the first. In order to do the job as commissioner, you need a first deputy commissioner. And today, we are making another historic announcement of the first woman of color to be appointed to be the first Deputy Commissioner of the City of New York and Chief Tanya Kinsella. Come closer, Tanya. Right. Why is this so significant? Why is her appointment so significant? The NYPD has a great crime-fighting profile, but it has an image problem. When you look at the department, you don't see youthfulness. You don't see the diversity at the top. You don't see the everyday. You could come on, mommy. You come on up. Everybody knows I'm a mama's boy. You don't see the richness. And it was profound what Commissioner Caban stated as we walked inside our buildings. People should see the possibilities. Chief Kinsella rose through the ranks to become the commanding officer of the 120th Precinct in her home borough of Staten Island. She's now assigned as the XO of Patrol Service Bureau and the chief of the department office under the leadership of Chief Shell and under the guidance of the chief of department, Chief Madry. She brings 20 years of experience to the job. I use this term often, symbolism and substance. I saw her during my 18th month on the streets of the city. Her poise, her character, her ability to lead from the front with a level of dignity and caring was just unparalleled. I wrote down, and the first time I saw her when I responded to a job, I made a note in my diary, and I said, one day, she's going to be my first deputy commissioner. She's the youngest daughter of immigrants from Jamaica and Guyana. She was a student at John Jay and made the decision to join the NYPD. And from that moment on, Chief Kinsella devoted herself to bringing the police and community together, building bonds and making our city a better, safer, stronger place to live. Chief Kinsella embodies the American dream. Her mom being able to be here and watch her daughter become the first deputy commissioner of the NYPD. And she embodies the best of the NYPD. So important, so often I talk about the importance of emotional intelligence and when it comes down to leadership. She's proof of how much this matters. Her passion for making a difference in her community, supporting those in need, and her determination to protect her fellow officers are all essential to the success in this job. I'm proud, extremely proud, to once again break and shatter the glass ceiling as we appoint the first woman of color to be the first deputy commissioner of the city of New York. Place your right hand on the Bible. I, say your name.
I, Tanya Kinsella,
Do hereby pledge and declare
do hereby pledge and declare
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the position of First Deputy Police Commissioner
position of First Deputy Commissioner,
in the City of New York,
City of New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. First off, I would like to thank God Almighty. Full circle. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, I'm honored to take on the role of the first Deputy Commissioner of the greatest police department in the world. And I thank you for this opportunity to serve my fellow New Yorkers. I want to also thank Police Commissioner Caban for your faith in me and for giving me the opportunity to keep all New Yorkers safe. From the very first moment I joined the police department, and 20 years ago, it was love at first sight. Being a police officer is much more about keeping people safe. It's about building community. And I'm going to say that again, building community. Helping others from all walks of life and making a difference in people's lives, especially those in need. As a mother, I'm always thinking of my own children's safety and well-being. And as the commanding officer of the 120th Precinct in my home borough of Staten Island, I have been determined to protect all of our children and families and make a difference in the place I love and call home. Aside from being a mother, working as a police officer is the most deeply rewarding job I can imagine. And today, standing here with my family and my colleagues, I'm grateful for this opportunity to do even more for the city I love. The Bronx made me, Staten Island raised me. Like the mayor said, I am the daughter of 2 immigrants. This is the American dream. And I want to thank the mayor for helping me fulfill that dream with his trust and confidence. I also would like to offer my congratulations to our new police commissioner, Edward Caban. I look forward to partnering with the mayor and commissioner to continue to bring crime down, support my fellow police officers, and keep New York City the safest big city in America. God bless you all. Okay. Oh, thank you. Sit down. No, sit down.
Thank you.
Let me do pictures with your family. Edward, do pictures with your family, do you can do with your family. Do with your... Yeah. Let the commissioner do first. That's why the MWBE is important. Hold on.
Mayor, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'm a retired sergeant, but I'm not his sister. Listen,
Okay.
please. I want to take a picture with you. I never get to take
We gotta stay this way, folks. We gotta stay this way.
Guys, you gotta move back. She's taking pictures of her family.
Get this jacket off. We're gonna die.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
I didn't know about the second one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.